Hey guys, it's Dave coming to you from the Hobo Dojo. It's Sunday. It's just a little afternoon. And I have nothing particular to tell you other than thank you. From the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you for coming in and really helping out because we got demonetized so much in January. And I posted that video where I was explaining to you what was happening. And we're still not sure why it's happening, but out of the last four videos that I've posted, three of them have been demonetized. And then what happens is they get demonetized sort of instantly. We put them up, post them, and schedule them for release. And then a few minutes later, you see this little yellow thing, $ thing comes up and says that your video's been demonetized. And so then you have to put in an appeal. I explained that to you guys. And now it used to be that the appeal would take about 4 hours. So you could schedule something for the morning, post it one night, say post it on a Thursday night, and schedule it for early Friday morning. And sometime during the night, you would see the demonetization thing come up if it was going to get demonetized, and you put in your request. And then sometime during the night, some Google employee in Sri Lanka or whatever would look at it and go, okay, yeah, this is not a snuff film or anything weird. It's fine. And it's fine. Monetize it. Let there be ads on it through AdSense. And so now we're pretty much getting demonetized with most of the things we put up. Out of the last four, three of them have been demonetized, and two of them took 32 hours approximately for the monetization review. And the last one that I did, MGTOW, that one took 46 hours. And so it had been up for about 12 hours already, and so no monetization during most of the life of the video. The most of the life happens right at the beginning. So we explained that, and I wasn't trying to beg for money. I was just trying to let you know what was going on and encourage some of you to become monthly subscribers without coming right out and begging. But you guys did come through in remarkable numbers, and so I just wanted to really thank you. Jason sent me an email and said, I don't know what you said, but a whole bunch of people came in and we got a big bump of money. And so we got as much money from you guys shooting us a little extra cash as we would have if we'd have had a good month, the month we had in terms of views and had been monetized on every video. So you guys really picked up the slack beautifully. And I got some stuff coming into PayPal as well. I don't have any insight into the Giving Fuel thing. Jason administers that page, so he told me. But I do, the PayPal is my own personal PayPal, and several $100s came in there too. As a matter of fact, one of you gave enough to pay for my rent here, the little space that I rent here in the Hobo Dojo. So it really just took the stress away, and I feel a little bit embarrassed by it. I'm not accustomed to getting money that comes out of people's pockets for no particular identifiable, tangible service. I've worked all my life where I do a job, I say what I'm going to do, and I go do the work, and then they look at it and they go, yep, the job was done, and they give me a paycheck. And I'm wired that way. So I don't really know how to operate YouTube yet. I know how to work it, but I don't know how to work my own impressions of it, my own feelings about it. It's very helpful that you guys are out there and that you heard us and you heard me and really came in to help. So that's all I really got to say. I guess we're coming up on the last week of the impeachment trial. I'm going to try very hard to force myself to watch some of it. And I guess tomorrow, Monday and Tuesday, is the wrap up of the opening case sort of President Trump's lawyers, And then after that, I think Wednesday and Thursday, it's going to be prepared questions, written questions given to Justice Roberts by senators from both sides, and that he's going to then answer or something like that. I don't know how he's going to do that. And then Friday, basically, they'll vote on whether to either to ramp things up by subpoenaing witnesses or call it a day and either acquit or dismiss charges. So I don't know what's going to happen. Things are really weird in the country right now, as you all know. I'm doing my best to, patch up some relationships that have fallen apart in the last few years, and to not be aggressive, to try to explain positions to people and hopefully draw some people to our side. There's so much going on in terms of sort of troll wars constantly that I'm trying to represent our side in an agreeable manner that people might actually read or see some of the videos and say, you know what, that makes sense to me. At least not all conservatives are, crazed maniacs. Only most of them. So in keeping with that, I'm starting a new series called Letter to a Liberal. And this is going to be written, these will be written as if I am talking directly to a liberal, with an understanding of how they think and they feel and what means, how their values are lined up. Having been a liberal myself, I know how they think, I think that I know how they think. So what I'm asking you guys for this time, that isn't a donation, is to send me topics that you've had a particular time explaining to people, and I'm going to take a whack at it. And this will be a series, and it'll go down through all the different points of disagreement and say, hey, dear liberal, let me explain guns and the Second Amendment. Hugs and kisses, Dave. Or whatever the topic is. Let me explain abortion from our perspective. Let me explain whatever the things that are really difficult for us to communicate. And hopefully this will be a resource for you when your kid comes home from college or whatever, or when your brother-in-law is over, or your sister who can't understand why you're a conservative, and it baffles her and it worries her and it frightens her. I figure the best way to do it is to go issue by issue, and the best way that I can, with no insults, with no blaming talk and things like that, I'll leave that for other videos, to just try to explain issue by issue without getting into a whole big attack on liberal thinking in general or leftism in general or whatever, issue by issue. And I think it'll be really helpful, and I'm ready to start that. I was waiting till I had some opening for it that'll be different than the truck, and so I got a little software, and I've been toying around with it. I've made a little bit of an intro that I think is good enough to go ahead and start the series. So hopefully I'll get the first one out this week. I'm not sure quite what the topic is going to be. I've written a few of them, and I'm not quite happy with the tone of any of them. I'm sort of trying to write my way toward the proper tone of communication. And then once I find the tone of it, I think that the writing will be good. And I want, if somebody views one of them, I want them to feel like, well, I get what this guy's saying. Maybe I'll look at some other ones. So it's hopefully a tool that we can all use, that'll be there as a resource for you guys. So I am asking you to think of what topics you found to be particularly problematic to communicate to a liberal friend or a liberal family member about, and throw it over to me, and I'll take my best whack at it. So anyway, again, thank you so much. Have a great week. I'm going to try very hard to watch some of the impeachment trial, although that stuff just makes my eyes glaze over. Every time there's any kind of Senate hearing, I mean, it's really difficult for me to pay attention. I'm just daydreaming, I grab my guitar, I'm working on riffs, it's hard for me to pay attention to people talking in that sort of language. But anyway, thank you so much again. You have removed the financial stress from my life for the current bill cycle, and I just really am very appreciative of you stepping up. It was very thoughtful of you and very kind of you, so thanks a lot. And there's my timer. I'm setting a timer so I won't talk too long, and so that is my time here. So we'll talk to you guys soon.